Welcome. If you're new to this channel, let me introduce myself. My name is Logan. This time is personal growth and development. And today we're talking about making a comeback in a post-pandemic world. I started this YouTube channel probably about 15, 16 months ago. It was like literally right when the pandemic hit. It was actually the pandemic that actually motivated me to actually start this channel. Because everything shut down. My work shut down. I was at home. What are you gonna do? I'm bored. You need a goddamn creative outlet, right? You gotta do something. So what did I do? Started this YouTube channel. And now we're about 15, 16 months later. And slowly it looks like we're getting to the tail end of this pandemic. Yeah, we have ways to go. Maybe 6 months, but looks like it's dying down at this point. People are getting vaccinated. People are going back to their normal lives. Things are reopening. Great. Wonderful. So, I have a question. And this question's for something you guys should think about. What have you been doing the last 16 months? What have you been doing in a lockdown world, in a COVID world, in a pandemic world, where everything was shut down? Did you progress? Did you produce something? Did you work on yourself? Did you improve yourself? And I know someone very close to me, one of my great friends I've known for a good 20 plus years. The pandemic was actually the best thing that ever happened to him, because it put him in a position where he was at a point in his life where he wanted to get better. He wanted to improve. He was tired of living the life he wanted to live. So he wanted to put in the work, get the work done, do what he had to do to better himself. And he had so much time on his hands, and he did that. Something as very simple as exercising. Yeah, and gym shut down on and off for the last 60 months. That sucks. That's not fun. Nobody likes that. But that doesn't stop you from exercising. You can still go outside and out in the mountains. And this friend of mine, I've seen him at his worst, and now I've seen him at his best, where he is now. And his worst was bad. It was bad. And I would like to think that I made some sort of improvement on myself throughout this entire pandemic. I'm nothing though compared to him. He puts me to shame, because it was literally a transformation. Literally a transformation. And we like to refer to him as the comeback kid. And he made a tremendous comeback. And he improved his life. Literally, I'm around him now. It feels like I'm talking to a different person. I don't even recognize him sometimes. Even though I've been around him for 20 plus years. And he made such an incredible turnaround. Incredible comeback. And now we're out having a few drinks yesterday, and we're talking about this on the way back home. That, okay, things are reopening now. Things are getting back to normal. Things are getting comfortable now. When we were in a pandemic and in lockdown, things were very uncomfortable, and there's a lot of luxuries, a lot of privileges that we didn't have access to because of these lockdowns, because of this pandemic. We had to learn to get creative and learn to adapt. So getting creative and adapt, is that something that you did? Or did you just let it settle? And let this pandemic and let this goddamn lockdown dominate your life and take you over your life, and just sit in front of the television and just wait until this lockdown, this pandemic was over. Because I can guarantee you this, my friend didn't wait. I didn't wait. So you know what? We're going to take these privileges and certain luxuries like the gym away from us. Okay, go right ahead. Fine. We're going to adapt. We're going to get creative. And now that we're coming out of this pandemic, are we going to choose to go back to our normal habits? Are we going to choose to go back to the life that we were living before? because I'm sure a lot of you out there, maybe weren't living the best life, but maybe this pandemic was here to teach you, hey, maybe it's time to change. Maybe it's time to adapt. Maybe it's time to improve yourself. Maybe there's certain things that, hey, I didn't like about myself, or you didn't like about yourself, but hey, the pandemic was an opportunity to get better, an opportunity to move forward, because a lot of us were on unemployment insurance and just sat at home and just collected money. I don't want to sit home and collect money. I actually want to do stuff. It's engaging, it's fun, it's stimulating. So we got to look forward now that we're getting close to the end of this pandemic and we're going back to normal life. What are we going to do? I started this YouTube channel, just like I said in the beginning of this video, because of the pandemic, and I'm sure it wouldn't have happened because of it. So now that the pandemic is over, okay, well, I'm just gonna stop posting videos. I'm gonna stop doing this. No, because I found something that I really enjoy. I found something that gives me a creative outlet for me. I enjoy making videos for you guys. I enjoy that. It makes me feel good. It's part of my routine. It's similar. Making these videos for you guys is similar to going to the gym. It makes me feel good. I enjoy it. It gives me peace. I like it. And I hope you guys enjoy this and get value out of it too. So I'm just going to stop doing it? No, because I found something. I searched. I didn't have work. I didn't have responsibilities to distract me. So it gave me a lot of time. The pandemic gave me a lot of time to be able to look around and get creative of what can I do? How can I prove myself? I went through, my bookshelf's right over there. You can see the bookshelf there. The amount of books that I've collected in the last 16 months, the amount of books I've gone through is, I've never read so much in my life, ever. I hated reading my whole life. But, what am I going to do? I don't want to sit and play on my phone all the time when these lockdown happens. I'm going to read. I'm going to read stuff. I'm going to learn stuff. I'm going to improve myself. Yeah, and I've reached the point where my girlfriend actually gets pretty annoyed with me because I'm collecting so many books, and we're going to need another bookshelf at some point. At the rate that I go through books now, we're going to need another one, and we don't have room for that, which is all what audiobooks are for. But yeah, it's just an example of something new that I found, something new that I enjoyed. My friend that I just talked about earlier he took up boxing and kickboxing. And after the first month, I remember seeing him, and his physique completely started to change, completely. And I was just blown away. Like, whoa, a month into boxing? A month into this kind of training? And I've been going to the gym for 20 years. I never made that kind of transformation. But he was committed, and he was dedicated. He was dedicated to changing and improving himself because he wasn't happy with the life that he was living. And yeah, there's been certain moments in my own life I wasn't happy with the way I was living. And we all have a certain breaking point. Our breaking points are all different. But at some point, we all reach a point where you're just like, screw this, man. I'm pissed off and I'm tired of living the life that I'm living and living this miserable existence. I need to change. And that's the key. I need to change. You need to change. Not the world. The world doesn't change for you. You change and you adapt to the world, and you learn to navigate the world under new principles, new laws, new narratives, new rules that you set for yourself. Not going to sit there and not do the work and sit and whine and complain and expect the world to accommodate you and change for you. It doesn't work like that. You have to adapt to navigate the world. Back 10,000 years ago when we were hunters, hunters didn't sit back and relax and wait for the woolly mammoth to come to them and accommodate them. No, they had to devise a plan. They had to talk amongst themselves, developing a strategy to go out and hunt the woolly mammoth. They had to strategize. If something didn't work, okay, we got to adapt, then we got to try something else. We got to do this. All right, these guys go flank on the right, these guys go flank the woolly mammoth on the left, and we're going to adapt and find a new strategy. A bunch of guys got killed. Okay, we come back, we debrief, we regroup, we find a different strategy, and we do it again. It's the same thing in life, the exact same thing. No sitting around and waiting for the world to change for you. You got to change for the world and adapting so you can get the things that you want. And that's it. So we got to marinate on this. We're coming out of a post-pandemic world. What are we going to do now? What's our life going to be like? Are we going to go back to doing the same things we did before? Or do we want a better life for ourselves? We want something new. We want something different. Because now we're going back into the world. Everything's reopening again. And maybe a lot of people out there are uncomfortable getting back out there again because we've been so isolated for 16 months. And it's hard and it's challenging. And I know last night I went out to the bar with my buddy for the first time in 16 months. It felt weird. Not uncomfortable being in a bar, but just like I haven't done this in 16 months, so it was strange. It was very odd. I'm used to being at home all the time. But then you got to ask yourself, what do you want for yourself? Do you want to go back to your old habits? You want to go continue living in stagnation, or do you want to get better? You want to grow? Do you want to improve? You want to make changes? Do you want to make some sort of comeback? You want to create a different version of yourself, a better, bigger, stronger, more adaptable, more creative, more resilient version of yourself. And that's a question you need to ask for yourself. Do you want to make the comeback, your comeback? And on that note, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, you can like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, Logan Ryder, Timeless Personal Growth and Development. And I will see you all in the next video. Have a good one.